Other stock that's in focus in today's trading session is Jet Airways. There are multiple stories on Jet Airways. We'll be joined in by Utkarsh Chaturvedi as well as Ishita Guha, who will take forward the story. Utkarsh, coming to you first. Naresh Goyal is back in the cockpit. He's back in the race for Jet Airways. He submitted his bid for Jet Airways at the 11th hour. Sources tell us that he submitted the bid in partnership with other investors. What are you picking up?
In fact, what we have been told is that it was at 6:08 when Naresh Goyal has put in his bid. So almost 8 minutes after the bidding date closed, but that is still being considered. But apart from Naresh Goyal, what we have been also told is that there are other players like Etihad who have been interested and has put in their EOI. But remember that these are non-binding EOIs, so they will be scrutinized. Meanwhile, if you speak about what's happening here at the Jet Airways office, you have the pilots, you have engineers, as well as the ground staff who have assembled here in a form of protest. But till yesterday, what the plan of the union was to really go on a strike and not work has been called off. We have in fact with us Captain Aseem Valyani with me. Captain, till yesterday the plan was that there will be no fly from today. What changed in the past few hours?
Well, we were informed that there is going to be a very crucial meeting today between the SBI and our management where the outcome could be positive. Because if it is not positive, then there will be no Jet Airways from tomorrow. So we are very hopeful that the funds will be released today and Jet Airways will survive.
What are our demands at this point of time? How much money are we really asking from the management to be credited in our accounts, say by the end of the day or say next 2 days or whatever the timeline we have?
Well, we're about 3.5 months behind in salary. Salary is also one of our main demands, but it's not the main point right now. We first want this airline to revive. Today, as Captain Aseem said, is a very crucial meeting. We're requesting the lenders, the highest office, our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, to intervene and save this airline. Because of course, if there is no airline, then there is nothing. This entire Jet Airways family, and this is really just the end. We need the funds, and our airline needs the funds now. As most of you know, the airline is very cash infusive, and a trickle will just not do. They will really have to be serious. They'll have to walk the talk. If they have said, if the SBI and all the lenders, if they've said that they are serious about helping us, reviving us, we're serious. We're standing here. In fact, this is one of the first times that I have worn my uniform, and I very well know I'll not be flying today. So all of us are here, standing in solidarity, trying to save our airline, and of course our pending salaries, not only for us but for all the employees, because this month even our ground staff has not been paid. So all of us have commitments. So of course we would want Jet to be flying, and all of us to be flying as pilots, not be here, but to be flying in the sky and serving all our guests.
Captain, last question from you. What has been the communication from the management? There was ground staff which was here on Friday. They said that they were seeking clarity from the management. What has been the communication to the pilots when it comes to by when will the money come in? What is the stage the talks are in?
So first and foremost, like both my colleagues said, today we are not here as, we are here as a union representative, but we have management staff over here as well. The information that we've got is that the meeting today is extremely crucial for Jet, like my colleague said. Management has told us that salary payout is at the highest priority when the infusion does come in, and we can just hope that the infusion happens as soon as possible and in a large quantum.
So, one sigh of relief here for Jet Airways is that whether it be the pilots, whether it be the ground staff, no one is really looking for a strike at this point of time, but everybody...
Okay, thank you, Utkarsh there catching up with the jet pilots who are saying that we are here standing united for the airlines, hoping that the management and the lenders will infuse some more funds into the airline. We have Ishita Guha also. Ishita, there's a crucial jet lenders meet today. What do we expect, and what's the timeline given for the fund infusion also?
Well, absolutely. The meeting that is happening right now between the lenders and the management of Jet Airways holds utmost importance, because this will decide on whether there will be emergency funding for all the daily operations of Jet Airways, and besides that, salaries of the pilots and Jet Airways employees is more important as of now, because we know that the pilots have already twice in 15 days have deferred their call to go on a strike. So that is more important, and lenders will have to release emergency capital infusion to keep the salaries of, to pay the salaries of the employees and not disappoint the pilots as well as other employees further. So as far as the meeting is concerned, I have been told by my sources that the meeting is underway. The meeting started around an hour ago and it is underway. So more importantly, the salaries and the capital infusion from the emergency funding will be decided today. That is one part of the agenda. The other is lenders will also be looking at the expression of interest that were received by Friday evening. They will be assessing and evaluating as far as the expression of interest is concerned, and depending on that, they will decide whether there are eligible bidders, qualified bidders who can finally submit their binding bids by April 30, as was mentioned in the bidding document. But most importantly, emergency funding is on the top of the meeting, and that is one thing that will be decided by the lenders with the Jet Airways management today.
All right, Ishita as well as Utkarsh, thank you so much for joining in, for giving us a well-rounded update on what's happening at Jet Airways.